Hi, thanks. We are back right now. This is Kamal Kaur and I'm with Sean Barkley, and we're joined by Nate Kariuki, who's vying for the county ward representative for Kileleshwa.
Yes.
Welcome, Nate. So, why are you actually vying for the ward?
I got tired of procrastinating because when people look at Kileleshwa, they only think of the middle class. But we have centers where that informal settlements like Waroko and there's Kileleshwa. So people refer it as Kileleshwa ya Jew and Kileleshwa ya Chini.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, so the posh Kileleshwa and the not so posh
Kileleshwa.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this got you upset and you decided that you want to take this forward and you want to do something about it.
Yes, I decided to do something about it because the youth have been marginalized for such a long time. And there's been a spate of carjackings and robberies in Kileleshwa, and most of the perpetrators are from the informal settlements. So if we give the young guys jobs, there'll be no robberies.
The informal settlements within Kileleshwa?
Within Kileleshwa.
Oh, okay.
Within Kileleshwa ward. Yes.
All right, and you were doing this on what ticket?
Yeah, let's go to the nomination, shall we? Let's go to the little mess that's been happening.
Yes.
You were running on what ticket?
I was running on TNA.
What happened there?
Something known as, I was Kenyanized and baptism of fire.
Okay.
And if I may say, I was gently pushed out. But I found another party, which is Safina.
So basically, speak my language. You jumped parties.
I did not jump parties. I did not jump parties.
Okay.
What I did was that when I lost, when I was gently pushed out of the nomination, what I decided to do was, you know what, let me help the people that I know. Let me help the people of Kileleshwa. But I got phone calls, emails, and SMSs telling me that, you know what, give it a shot. Whichever party that you stand with, we will support you. It was not of my own will, but the will of the people.
But you know, a person like me who's sitting at home and I'm sitting there thinking, okay, I'm supporting Mr. X or Miss X, and she's done this, and now she didn't win through that. The nominations, the results are slowly filtering out. Suddenly I find out X and Mr. or Miss X has moved to another party within seconds, and I'm thinking, what are you trying to tell me? That means you do not believe in yourself. Is that why you have to jump, or what is this?
I do believe in myself. And the reason why I did not jump parties, initially I took it as it is. And it was a whole weekend of phone calls, SMSs, seeking advice from all parts of the ward. And people say that, you know what, give it a chance. We will support you.
Okay.
Yes.
And all right, so you said you want to do this for the youth, you want to do this for the betterment of your ward.
Yes.
And I was talking to you earlier, Shannon and I were talking to you earlier, you want to do something more for the youth.
Yes.
The idle so-called youth who you were talking about building a dispensary and, you know, but how do you control these people? I mean, there's so many, you know what,
you can never control an individual, but if you keep someone busy, give them work. An idle mind is a devil's workshop.
Yes, okay. So what if they don't have that get up and go to come to you to want to do this?
I will go to them.
You will?
I will go to them, look for your mother, look for your father, and tell you know what, if you have a young man in your house and is just sitting idle, smoking weed, drinking, give him to me, I'll give him a job. Because people in Kileleshwa did offer, companies in Kileleshwa did offer to employ the youth.
Okay. Now, the reason I know you, Nate, is because I actually found you on Facebook.
Yes.
I was watching something trending, and it was the popcorn movement, right?
Yes.
Which was, in fact, a movement by the Kileleshwa residents to start addressing the insecurity problems with the police. And then you started popping up, and I was watching what you were doing because you were actually driving around with the police and getting involved.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say you are elected. What are you going to do over the next 5 years?
Opportunities.
Okay.
Security. Infrastructure, healthcare, roads.
Okay, healthcare.
Yeah.
Healthcare. Now we're talking about Kileleshwa Jew, not Kileleshwa Chini.
Yes.
Yes. So what are you going to do for Kileleshwa Chini? What do they have?
Kileleshwa Chini is the posh Kileleshwa. We already have a medical facility, though it's privately held.
Kileleshwa Chini?
Yeah.
As in the lower.
The lower Kileleshwa Chini is Kileleshwa from...
Physically, you mean?
Oh, physically.
Physically.
I was getting it mixed up. So physically, it's from one section to another.
Yes.
Okay. So Kileleshwa Jew is the disenfranchised youth.
Yes.
Okay. So what are you going to do for Kileleshwa Jew?
Kileleshwa Jew, as it is right now, people in Kileleshwa Jew go to Kangemi or Westlands for health facilities. And as it is right now, there's a bridge which was washed away. and the locals can't rebuild it. It costs about 300 to 700,000 shillings.
How long ago was this washed away?
About a year, 6 months to a year ago.
Okay.
No, it can't have been recent.
Well, no, we had the recent rains,
Yeah,
right?
but it was washed away, and right now as it is,
So nobody did anything
nobody
about
did
it back
anything
then?
about it.
Okay.
The incumbent didn't do anything about it. People have
Despite
been-
being spoken about, did people protest? These are the
No,
kind of things people
with
should...
protests in Kenya, when you protest, tear gas, buttons,
Okay.
jailment. But as it is right now, what I'm focusing on is healthcare. Because it doesn't make sense. You're sick at midnight, a taxi can't go to where you are. So you have to carry your invalid from your house up a steep hill, which I traversed a couple of times, and then it's a workout as itself. You carry them, get a matatu, go to Kangemi, it's closed, ship that guy to Westlands, and you told before admittance, 5,000 shillings to admit that guy to the hospital.
Okay.
So it doesn't make sense. If we just have a small healthcare facility, there's already a plot. They're trying to build a chief's camp, but I don't know what happened. And the foundation has been laid. And what I was trying to do was that if it was to go through, I'd simply do this. Most of the money which was going to be given to campaign with all fundraising, I'd rather build a healthcare facility, a small dispensary, get an old nurse, sit in, treat, prescribe, just do something, because that's where the people are needed.
Nate, I love the fact that you have such huge vision. You have, you want to do such good for everyone.
Okay.
Well, when you're in it, will you not change your mind? Will things not happen that will make you think, let me move to Runda?
Definitely.
And buy a Mercedes.
No, I wouldn't move to Runda. I was even warned by the people of Kileleshwa, when you win, please do not move out. We know your mother lives, and you'll come to her.
Oh, so is that what you're using to make the youth come out and work? Because
Yes.
I know where your mother lives.
Yeah, I know where your mother lives. I know your father lives.
Okay.
It's much better that way.
Uh-huh.
I'll never leave Kileleshwa.
Okay.
And hopefully, if I leave Kileleshwa, to be State House, which is just around the corner. So
ambitious. I love that. I love that.
Yeah, but as it is right now, it's your vote as the youth which counts more. It's not my vote. You at home need to get out and vote. Because right now we need leaders who have wisdom, temperance and fortitude. Because the road ahead is not to be traversed by any other ordinary man. We need people who will say no to the status quo. We need people who will say, you know what, I've been given a bribe of 100,000 or 10 million, 20 million shillings. I'd turn it down to do work for the people. Because corruption has given us 50 years of pain.
Gosh, it is 50 years. It is
Pain.
50 years, yep.
So, I'm standing with Safina. I'm not standing with TNA, ODM, but I'm standing with Safina as an individual. Don't vote for me because I'm in a party. Vote for me because I'm willing to put my life on the line to bring you change. Because my rallying call is simple. Be the change. That one vote counts. The middle class, your votes are not going to be counted on Twitter and Facebook. We need to get off your butts. Go to the polling station, vote in the person you deserve. Vote in the person who will effect change. Not just any other ordinary Mwananchi.
Shan, in a nutshell, what's
Vote
your
in the
opinion?
person you deserve. I think that's fabulous, and I think Kileleshwa deserves you.
Thank you.
I was sitting in the seat of power. Now I know how it feels. A little bit of power and you go mad.
So you were going crazy, eh?
Yeah.
So last words, ladies, as we wrap up, of course. I am stunned about Uhuru and Ruto and the kind of Kenya we're looking at if they do become, president and VP. I think it's time for them to answer some very hard questions. What is their plan? Are they going to cooperate to the ICC? Are they going to go to The Hague for the next 3 years and be available on weekends? No, seriously.
I know.
Because they'll be on trial every single weekday. And in person. They can't send their lawyers and be here. They have to be there in person. So is that the plan? And if that's the plan, who is going to be in charge? If they're going to be here and not cooperate with the ICC, then we're looking at economic sanctions from people who should be investing in Kenya. As it is, we're lagging behind foreign investment when we look at our neighbors like Rwanda. So what are we looking at with Uhuru and Ruto president? They need to answer those questions.
Thank you, Baritan.
For me, I'm actually excited by what Wycliffe said. He said 70% of the sitting incumbents, the people who've been there for 5 years, given them
way out.
5 years, are on the way out. So we have responsibility to bring in the new, the enthusiastic, the committed, and people who are actually going to show that they're going to do something. Because once they're in for 5 years, we can't just write them a termination letter.
So would you vote for Nate?
Absolutely. He's in Kileleshwa. He's in my area. Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I liked what Nate had to say because I've always had this thing. As soon as I hear, oh, this one, he didn't get it on this ticket, now he's going to jump on the other one.
Might make sense to
this
you.
grasshopper sense.
Yeah.
But everybody does not have Nate's mentality. Yeah, I felt, this is the vibe I got. Maybe he's a smooth talking politician already, but honestly speaking, the vibe I got from him was that he is passionate about what he wants to do, and he wants to make a difference by being the difference. So yeah, good luck to him. Really good luck to him.
Fantastic.
By the way, even if they give you 100 bob, 50 bob, it's just you in there. Make the right decision, because this is 5 years of your future, your life, your children. It affects you deeply. I can't emphasize how much. So please vote wisely. This has been the Charmer. Do have a good night and see you next week.